What if I told you that most people don't fall in love with the wrong person because they're unlucky? They fall because their brain quietly tricks them. Think about it. Almost everyone has that one person they should have walked away from on day one. The red flags were waving like they were getting paid for it. Your friends warned you. Your family gave you the look. Even your own gut whispered, "This doesn't feel right." But somehow, you stayed. You believed things would change. And months, or even years later, you found yourself asking, "Why did I ignore everything?" Here's the surprising part. It wasn't because you were weak. It wasn't because you were foolish. Your brain was simply doing what it has been designed to do. Let's talk about why. The first reason is something called hope. Humans are naturally optimistic, especially when emotions get involved. We don't just see people for who they are, we see who they could become. Someone says, "I'll change," and suddenly our imagination starts working overtime. We picture a future where they're kinder, more responsible, more loving. The funny thing is, we end up dating their future version instead of the person standing in front of us. It's like buying a broken chair because you're already imagining how amazing it'll look after you fix it. Except, sometimes the chair stays broken. Another reason is attention. Have you noticed how the person who replies after 10 hours somehow feels more exciting than the one who replies in 10 seconds? Strange, isn't it? Our brain loves uncertainty. When someone gives us affection only once in a while, it creates excitement. We start checking our phone every 5 minutes. No message. 5 minutes later, still no message. Another 5 minutes. Maybe the internet is broken. No, they're just watching reels. That little bit of uncertainty makes the brain crave their attention even more. It's the same reason people enjoy mystery movies. Our brain wants to know what happens next. Then comes familiarity. Most people think they choose relationships based on happiness, but often we choose what's familiar. If you grew up seeing people avoid difficult conversations, you may think that's normal. If love always felt unpredictable, you may mistake emotional confusion for passion. Our brain quietly says, "I've seen this before, so it must be safe." The problem? Familiar doesn't always mean healthy. Sometimes it just means you've survived it before. Now here's something nobody talks about. Loneliness changes your standards. When you've been alone for a long time, the smallest acts of kindness start feeling extraordinary. Someone remembers your favorite snack. Boom. Wedding songs start playing in your head. Someone says, "Did you reach home safely?" Congratulations. Your brain has already imagined introducing them to your parents. Loneliness has a funny way of turning basic human decency into soulmate material. Another trap is chemistry. Movies have convinced us that love should feel like fireworks. Your heart races. Your hands sweat. You can't stop thinking about them. Sounds romantic. But here's the twist. Sometimes those butterflies aren't love. Sometimes they're anxiety. Real love usually feels much calmer. It feels safe, comfortable, peaceful. But because we're so used to drama, peace can actually feel boring. That's why some people leave healthy relationships, because the spark is missing, only to return to someone who keeps them emotionally exhausted. Our brain often mistakes emotional chaos for deep connection. Then there's something psychologists call the sunk cost fallacy. Imagine waiting in line for 2 hours to watch a movie. The movie starts. It's terrible. But instead of leaving, you think, "I've already waited 2 hours." So you stay. Relationships work the same way. I've already spent 3 years with them. I can't just leave now. But staying longer doesn't magically make a bad relationship good. It only gives you more time to realize you should have left earlier. There's also the illusion that love alone can fix everything. We hear phrases like, "Love conquers all." It sounds beautiful. But love can't replace respect. Love can't replace honesty. Love can't replace effort. You can love someone deeply and still not be right for each other. That's one of the hardest lessons adulthood teaches. Here's something interesting. When a relationship finally ends, people often blame themselves. I wasn't enough. I should have tried harder. I should have been more patient. But sometimes the relationship didn't fail because you loved too little. It failed because one person was carrying all the weight. No matter how strong you are, one person can't carry a relationship built for two. Now, here's the good news. Every wrong person teaches you something the right person never could. They teach you boundaries, they teach you self-respect. And if you enjoy learning about psychology and human behavior in simple words, don't forget to subscribe because we've got many more fascinating topics coming.